Greetings, this is Sloshworks and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. I'm digging this. I'm really digging this game. It's familiar enough that it feels like coming home. And I know the mechanics and I kind of know how things go together. I've never played a Decker before. I'm really excited about that. We did just get one karma at the end of the last episode, which we're not going to spend just yet. We're going to run around and make sure we've got everything that we can. There's a husky troll over there. He's husky. Do you see what I mean by like kind of the Blade Runner vibe now? I wonder if running down here is going to get us in trouble. I'm running down pressing Alt as much as I can just to see if anything kind of shows up. No, we can't go past that. That's okay. It's still worthwhile exploring as much as you can. So let's go talk to this husky troll and see what he's got to say about things. Crossing the street, you make out four shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, elf. 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers on the dock, alert, poised, professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped, mind your manners. Boy stands up tall, takes that amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe-to-toe with someone bigger. Somehow he doesn't know. It's somehow who doesn't know they're about to go down, so Boy's very confident. He's a confident man. Evening, folks. You got permanents for those bazookas? The thick troll pulls his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. It's interesting that they've kind of given so many of these people the Asian features because they are metahumans and we are in Hong Kong, so that does make sense. But it's kind of interesting. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in a dumpster, along with the last idiot who stepped up to us. Woo coolly surveys the scene, nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You can almost feel Woo's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. I'm the only one out in the open. I'm a little bit concerned about this. Carter backs him up. She whips her arms forward, fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. Alright, everyone just be cool. The thick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Blue's face. A little late for that, isn't it? What can we do here? Put your hands in your pocket. I'm going to try and kind of blasé, casual attitude my way through this. Put your hands in your pockets. Listen, guys, my stomach's doing somersaults. How about we all put our guns away before someone gets hurt? The thick troll snorts a laugh. That guy looks like he could use an enema. Something we can do for you, officer. Woo's jaw tightens, but his tone stays cool and controlled. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him? The troll nods his enormous head. Mm-hmm. Woo's voice gets an edge. You can see a vein in his temple start to pulse. See right there? Where is he? Carter sees it too. Keeps her voice neutral. Easy, Duncan. The troll maintains amused eye contact, but his weapon stays trained on Woo. That's right. Easy, Duncan. Oh, I love to have a beer with Duncan, because Duncan's my mate. I got to put a copy of that song in here for you guys in America. You might not know it. Slim Dusty's Have a Beer with Duncan song. I'm going to be thinking about that every single episode I play. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. Think everyone could put their guns down? His voice is steady, but it's clear he's coiled. I don't think so, not until I get some answers. So Duncan's not happy. I like the fact that down here, we're just sitting there. We're cool. We don't care. Our gun's not pointed. We're cool. Like. Duncan mutters through gritted teeth. Like why a group of heavily armed arseholes are meeting a little old man in a construction site at midnight. That does sound like the beginning of a porno. The orc girl chimes in. Her tone is light. She's trying to diffuse the situation. We do odd jobs. For money. Boy speaks softly. You know that means he's reaching the end of his rope. He cracks his neck. Pop, pop. What is going on here? What have we walked into? What kind of jobs? She gets a wry look in her eye. Her answer is flippant. Odd jobs. This and that. So you're his tour guides, right? The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. Kinda, yeah. The old man hired us to take you all on an excursion. Woo's brow furrows. Hired you? He takes a moment, looks them over. They're an odd assortment, a cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyber deck slung on her back and a tall elf standing behind them quietly, inscrutable, all with guns trained on Wu. That's right, that's what I forgot to mention in the first episode, is you can get cybernetic upgrades. And the cost for getting the cybernetic upgrades is that, the more that you put on your body, the less you are attuned with the natural world, the less you are attuned with kind of the spirit world. So for like shamans and mages and stuff like that, it affects that. But like warriors and stuff can be basically fully made of metal and parts and kind of basically cyborgs, which is pretty cool. Understanding spreads across Wu's face. His jaw tightens. Shadowrunners. The troll nods. I thought we were Shadowrunners. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. I thought I was a Shadowrunner. Mercenary operatives. The troll corrects him. Heard some lightning. The dwarf cuts in. Her voice is soft but strong. Criminal. Mercenary operatives. So yeah, you're right. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals. The troll tosses Wu a sideways smile while staring down the barrel of his gun. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their faces make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly. She speaks quietly to Wu. I keep thinking it's going to sound like she speaks quietly to you, who listens without turning his focus squarely on the troll. We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that. This was about money, right? Let's talk about money. The troll is wary, but willing. He lifts the barrel of his gun slightly. I like talking about money. You can tell the orc girl's had enough of the tension. She blurts out, the old man wanted us to take him to Kowloon Walled City. She waves a hand at the three of you two. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. She's got rats? I used to have rats. I remember many years ago I was editing an assignment for a media class at Murdoch University, and I was up to about 4 a.m. up there editing in the editing suite before you could just edit this kind of stuff on a computer at home. And I got home in the middle of winter, and my housemate hadn't covered up the rats, and they'd frozen to death on my balcony. It was one of those moments in life that kind of you never forget. I'm going to go into something more happy. Slumberite, I've heard of it, yes. The girl sneers, rolling her eyes. It's a shithole, the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Eastern Hemisphere? Where does it break to go to an Eastern Hemisphere? I guess Europe would be East? And America would be West? I'm not sure. It's a shithole, the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. We get it. It's a really bad place. Now, why would a little old man pay you to take it there? I don't think he's just this harmless little old man. The shy dwarf. Ooh, she's shy. Wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot. Just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under ordinary circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city's the last place I want to go. The old man rolled up a truckload of Nuyen, and you got to eat, right? Or you are a husky troll, so you probably got to eat a lot. Brew risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Interesting story. Seems like a good time to ramp down the threat of violence, don't you think? My guts are still playing havoc. The troll flashes you a smile that's all tusks and no warmth. Okay, gang, I'll tell you what. He looks at his team as he slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all going to put our guns down. Holy crap, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Where are they? They must be down. What the hell just happened? I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so all of those got taken out. She's in cover. They're in cover. What? Okay, that's full cover. Let's get over there. The sound of high caliber rifle shots hang in the air, and the red dots of laser sight sweep the area. Carter, the troll, and the silent elf lie dead in the winding pools of blood. Their heads broken open like melons dropped from a 4-story building. The orc girl screams from cover. Nightjar, come on, big man, talk to me. Gutshot, no. She turns to the dwarf, her eyes wide with fear. Oh shit, this isn't good. A voice blares from a loudspeaker. This is the police. Lay down your weapons, put your hands behind your head, and come out where we can see you. Duncan, Wu, want to see. Come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds. Okay, so they're looking for Duncan and me. Duncan crouches behind cover, his gaze locked on Carter's corpse. His voice comes out in a hoarse roar. Stand down, damn it, I'm law enforcement. Lone Star, Lone Star. He's driven deeper into cover by a hail of gunfire. The dwarf shakes her head at him. Her voice is flat. Save your breath. They won't. What is going on? Use your eyes, these bastards aren't here to make arrests. A sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showering in her an explosion of plaster. We need a way out of here now. Everyone pipe down, just give me a minute. The rat girl stares at the ground intently as if listening. Then her brow furrows, her eyes go beady, and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. So maybe she's a shaman, I guess? She snaps out of her trance. Okay, I've got a way out. It's at the end of the street. Everyone come with me. That's where we explored before. Everyone, we don't need the rent-a-cops, Gobbet. We're the only ones. The little orc whips her head towards her friend. The extra firepower is got us an exit, but we've got to get past the heat and we can't shoot our way out of this on our own. If nothing else, they can soak up a few rounds for us. She turns to her pupils, pinpricks of intensity. Just stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to a back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. Okay, so we're going to stay in cover. Interesting. Okay, so we've got to get this way. We've got to get past them. That's an access point there that we can use as a decker. There's nothing up this way. I'm assuming we're trying to head this way. Yes, that's the way we came. This is all piles of messed up. So Duncan, I'm going to put you here. Now, the captain would probably be the best one to get. So let's see if we can get him. Oh man, we are... Okay, so if we can get him there in cover. Now, Gobbet. Can we actually see what you guys are at the moment? So what is Gobbet? She's got... Okay, so she is a shaman. I thought so. That's exactly what I thought she was. And the Shy Dwarf, that's her name. She isn't going to survive, man. If her name is Shy Dwarf, she's going to die. So she's a decker. So we could actually use her to try and hack that thing, I guess. So I think Gobbet's going to survive with us, to tell you the truth. But I don't think the other one's going to. So we're going to get her into full cover. And I'm going to haste Duncan. Now, Duncan does have one more turn, and we're going to use that to shoot this guy. We don't have enough to use any of the grenades because they cost 2 turns. Okay, he missed. That's good. Oh no, not a grenade. Oh, that's actually pretty bad. Oh, they're coming from down there now. That's not good either. We are in a bad way. We do have to keep moving. Man, we are... Okay, not in a good way. Shy Dwarf. Okay, so that's Gobbet. Where's the Shy Dwarf? I moved the Shy Dwarf down there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so proximity grenade. It will explode when hostiles enter the area. That's going to take 2 turns to throw it down there, so we're not going to do that. Let's use that on Slosh. Oh man, she's totally not in covers. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh man, that's not good. I thought that was still on the other person. Alright, so we got him. If we can get rid of this one guy, that's an excellent thing. And this guy down here, he's a bit of a concern as well. So what have we got here? We've got Poison Fog. We've got Aim. We've got Heal Wound. So if we get her... I'm just going to get her to, if I can manage to get... Hey, what's this? Summon Spirit. Oh no, that's going to leave her out in the open. What was I thinking? But we got the spirit now. So this is one of the great things about shamans, is when you're running them around the map, you see those little skulls on the ground, and they can summon the spirits there. How cool is that guy, little Monsoon? Now, the thing with these guys is every turn you need to do kind of like a saving roll to see if you get to keep using them, and you got to kind of take the chance on how many of turn units you want them to have. He's got one more. Excellent. That was perfect. So we'll send him up back this way. He got 4 turns in. That was actually pretty good. So you're by yourself, but I'm sure more of them are just going to keep coming out of them. Okay, so where did that shot come from? So heal wound is 1 turn. We're going to heal that wound because it was 14. As I've said before, you can the ones that you heal. Oh, that's still left her out in the open. Okay. Let's change to our monsoon. Oh, it's not making us do it. That's interesting. So we'll move him up there. He's got 4 turns. So 10 damage on you, 10 damage on you, and he's dead. Let's move him up here to kind of explore us. Oh, here they are. So what have we got up here? We have a conjurer and a guard. Don't know where these snipers are. They could literally be anywhere though. I'm going to move him up here, which is me. Not going to do that one just yet. I'm going to move Duncan down here. And he can't do anything yet, so actually I'm going to move him there because it's full cover. And that's all of the moves. Now Slosh is going to move here. Now I think that's cover, but I'm not 100% sure because that's full cover. That's hard. I think that might actually be no cover, which means we could be in a little bit of trouble by putting people there. Okay, we can see these guys 10% and 10%. 26. Absolutely no point in doing that. What have you got in your inventory? Nothing. We got a grenade launcher. No, we're going to use that later. We're going to move her up to there. She's called Shy Dwarf. I can't believe that she's going to survive. I dig the music in this again, hey. They always have kind of cool synth music. Okay, wherever this sniper is, let's get into the access point. It might be possible to use the network connection on this police motorcycle to do some damage to their local network. Now, because we have drone control too, we can actually do this, which sends a remote command to override the local drone's IFF routine. Now, I think that means we might get to control them. Excellent, the police drones will now ignore previous orders and fire on their masters. So, that's those guys. So, I'm going to move Slosh all the way down there, get him in cover. I'm going to move Duncan up here. He's still getting 3 turns, which is pretty groovy. Let's just take a normal shot on this guy. Now Gobbet, I want to get you into some serious cover, so I'm going to run you down there because you've been getting pinged. Now the Shy Dwarf, I think if we... I don't think this running up here is actually giving us cover, so we're going to run her down there. Going to keep everybody together. That's kind of cool, so they should be getting attacked by their friend. Oh, he summoned a fire demon. And you killed a drone! Oh no, you didn't, you just damaged it. Yeah, they're panicking, they're attacking their own drones. Look at that, there's fire everywhere, there's gunfire. You guys, oh, that's excellent. So we'll send Slosh down here. Now, I'm going to take a shot at this guy. And I'm going to miss really badly, but our big problem is that these guys, these Infernos, can do some seriously bad damage over time stuff as well. Oh, excellent, he's down. Now, she can't heal herself until next turn, so I'm just going to run her down here. And the Shy Dwarf, I mean, there's not much she can do right now, so... I mean, I can put her back here. I mean, there's no cover or anything kind of showing up there, so... Let's run her over there. It's going to have 2 cover. They're kind of still fighting their drones. I just want to see what's going on. Oh man, they are getting absolutely wrecked. That was excellent. Alright, now you can heal yourself now. And we'll go to Duncan. Now you should be able to take this guy out, and he should be down. Oh, come on. Okay, they're down. We just got an achievement unlocked, which is shoot straight. Let's have a look what that says. Successfully attack an enemy with a chance of less than 30% to hit. I didn't even look at that. Alright, so we're going to run up here, kind of taking the chance that he's going to get attacked by the sniper, kind of hoping that it's going to mean that we've got enough people to... Oh, it hits everyone who's not in cover. Okay. Right, that's pretty uncool. So we got to assume that this is cover then, because they weren't getting hit. So let's get you into cover then. There, I don't know where the sniper is though. Get her up there. Shy Dwarf is in cover still. Get her up there. Oh, there's these dudes up here. Guards, and there's a captain. Can't see anybody else up there though. Let's get her all the way up here, and then we might be able to shoot a grenade down there. Okay, so you're coming from behind. I'm assuming that the sniper's not taking shots because that does actually count for them being in cover. He is almost dead. Heal yourself, buddy. You need to take better care of yourself. Alright, you. We're gonna have to just go like this, just go up really slowly. And put an aim on Duncan. Can we give it to him? Excellent, he's got accuracy, so Duncan can come up to here. Now we've got that one behind us, but we can't see anybody back there. That might be her there. I guess if he takes an aim shot on the captain, he hit. I was pretty impressed by that. Alright, grenades. 59%. Can you do it? Oh, it doesn't matter if you miss. Oh, that is excellent. Oh, that is amazing. I want a grenade launcher. How much did we just wreck people by doing that? So the drones are taking out the people behind for us anyway. That is pretty groovy. So we can heal Slosh for 14 because that's still the last wound, even though we did use the medikit. Slosh can get... Okay, basically all you need to do is get to the escape point. You don't have to stand outside it or anything like that. You can literally just get there. So we'll get Duncan up to here. That's 2. That's used all of his movement. We'll get... She's on 1. She's going to be by herself. You can reload your grenade launcher and just fire at this guy. Yeah, reload for 1. That's absolutely fine. And just... Oh man, we missed. That's kind of depressing. Oh, that's right. I didn't think they'd have any. Alright, so we're going to use Force 2 Natural Elemental Fetish just to kind of make sure that we're okay. So it's in the Prime... What are they called? Primeval? I think it is. The drones are going to keep us safe behind. We're not in any worry that way. Taking over those drones was a really good thing. Duncan can get out that way. Let's go to this guy. So this is what I mean, because they get an escape chance. So if we go to 12, you pick the kind of the number of action points they get, and sometimes they turn on you, sometimes they just vanish when you fail. So 89%. Let's just get this guy. Oh, he missed. That sucks. Why is she so slow? Shy Dwarf can get out of here. Literally Gobbet is the last one left. If we didn't have those drones and that fetish there, I'd be kind of a little bit more concerned, but... Why is she only getting 1 turn? Oh, that's because we got the other thing. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to send her up to there where she's in cover. This one's going to take it. Oh, thank God. So he gets higher and higher every single round for their chance to leave. -5 damage, -2 armor points. That's cool. Action points, I think. So it's not going to get turned, and she's going to get out of here. Yes, we escaped. We did it. Oh, that was insane. I was not expecting any of that to happen. The rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements, and empty buildings. Stumbling through refuse and filth, you make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbour. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrist. Her rat squeaks softly in the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewer, you can see they're nearly the same age, no more than 20, 21 tops. What were their names? She keeps her head down and tells it to the floor. The troll you were talking to was Nightjar. He was our friend. The elf was called Gutshot. Kind of an arsehole, but I didn't need to see his head splattered everywhere like that. At least he didn't get shot in the gut. She nails a cleansing breath. Nightjar was a good guy. Always had our backs. Isabel's and mine. Now, it's interesting that the O's in there. So is it Isobel? Isobel. Is Zero Bell? I'm going to say Isobel. I'm going to pick that. It could be Zero Bell. It's the way it's written. I don't know. Nods in agreement. Her voice is flat. Rare to find a runner that you can actually trust. She looks to her friend. Are we clear? Gobbert looks back the way you came. I think we've shaken them. She sniffs the air. Yeah, we're clear. Boog begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from cops. He pokes a thumb at his chest and spits his anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake, I am a cop. I think you're fucked now. I don't think you're going to be a cop ever again, buddy. We noticed, said Gobbert. There's a Lone Star Sergeant dead back there. Damn it, she was. Boo starts to choke up. He struggles against it, trying to maintain control. But he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw. He speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm going to get some of my own people down here. Then we're going to find Raymond and figure out what the hell's going on. The little orc shrugs. Whatever you say, big guy. You have fun with that, buddy. She looks over to her friend. They both nod. Izzy and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. Your people died in a hail of sniper fire. You're not going to do anything about it? Of course we're going to do something about it. In fact, we're going to do two things. Run and hide. Look, we got you to safety, but now we are done with this shit. We don't intend to die for you. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from his holster on his left leg, raises it, and starts tapping the buttons with a meaty finger. I think this is a bad idea. I think things are going to go to hell. The Lone Star logo on the back of the device looks shiny and official. He stops, confused, and then taps it again harder. The red flashing image on the PDA reflects in his goggles. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network. He looks up at you. My law enforcement status has been revoked. He goes back to the screen. I don't believe this. This is saying there's an APB out on us, Rupert. You and me both. I figured as much. You heard them on the loudspeaker, dude. They knew an answer. When did my brother become so stupid? Wu glares at the wall, a storm raging across his face. Fucking hell. His hand clenches into a fist around his PDA. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the wall, his knuckles rapping against it softly, a pantomime of barely constrained rage. Never punch a wall, dude. I've done it. It's not a good idea. Suddenly, he turns and slings his PDA at the far wall. It hits hard, bounces back, and clatters on the ground at his feet. He looks down at it. Spent. That's all it takes for him to be spent. The orc mouths an okay to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isabel, let's. She's cut off by a sudden smashing noise as her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet. The dwarf looks down at her work, unsatisfied, and brings her boot down again, and again, and again, until there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and a circuit board. She looks up at Wu, her chest heaving, and points at the pile of scrap she's created. Police issued, they can trace you through that. You dickhead. She turns to you, hand out. Yours too, it's on the network. Smash it yourself. We bury our own. Because I'm a decker. Ha! You crush the PDA to shards under your foot while Isabel looks on blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbert's eyes, then reaches into her jacket pocket, pulls out 2 new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners. I suppose it's the least we could do after your help back there. Got any snacks in there? I'm getting a bit peckish. Isabel isn't listening. She's staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating a horrified expression. Gobbert, we gotta go. Right now. Isabel's voice is monotone but emphatic. She holds up her PDA to show her friend. They're after us too. The screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland city of Hainan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago. Before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives Duncan Wu and Rupert O'Shaughnessy, along with their Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gobbert and Isabel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. The colour drains out of Gobbett's face. Oh shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell known as the White Star maintains ties to the state of Henan and is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from anti-corporate groups in the UCAS state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert and the Hong Kong Police Force's Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbour. We're really not that far away from it. I think we should move. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crate. She is surrounded by a swarm of news reporters, but appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive of tonight's attack, but it was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. We didn't really do anything. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop. We have already issued an all-points bulletin along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists, and I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. She looks directly into the camera. If you should see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you're on an authorized network and take a picture, our system will automatically identify them in your data stream. Holy crap! The Decker switches off the newscast and clips her PDA back into her belt. For a moment there's no sound but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gobbett bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for a new position. I thought we were fucked before. His voice is eerily calm, but now we are well and truly fucked. We'll deal with it, Duncan, man. We always do. My guy's the dude. He's just chill. Not this time, Rupert. He begins stalking back and forth, a panther in his cage. They've labelled us terrorists, and there's an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. Doesn't matter if we have anything to do with that whatever city-state. They're going to hunt us down. It's open season. Isabel nudges the remains of Wu's PDA with a booted toe, and the two of us will be hunted down right alongside you. We've got to go deep, hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out, find a hole to crawl into. She looks at Isabel, wipes her mouth, and points at you and Duncan. We've got to get them off the grid too, way off. Hey, Lone Star, you got a security license, right? That means you got a SIN too. Of course I have an SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlifes go sinless. That means you can be traced, both of you. You'd get spotted by a drone or a security camera, get ID'd by a retinal scanner, or try to use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. I know how system identification number works, runner. Hey look, the one etiquette that we've picked shown up. It's the only one we picked up shown up. We're going to have to burn our sins if we're going to survive this. To him a nod. You got that right, Seattle. We're just as screwed as you are, me and Iz. You are listed as your accomplices. We can't afford for you to get caught. You'll lead them to us, one way or another. DNA samples, things we've told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. The little Decker looks from you to Wu. Eyes narrowed, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Her voice is flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burnt, delete you from the record books. All of them. All of them? Well, wait a minute, you want us to just erase our identities? Beyond the fact that it's insane. Will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Condescension seeps its way into Isabel's dry tone. Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with a siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Let's just get on with it. What do we have to do? We've got to ask for help. There's only one person we know who has the kind of pull it takes to burn us in and hide us from the cops. Kindly Chang. Sounds like a restaurant. Oh my god, I would definitely say that. That's awesome. Yeah, well, she's not. Don't let her hear you say something like that. It would be searching for your tongue on the floor. She's not what's known as a straw sandal, kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate. Their triad. Kindly Chang controls all of the illegal activity in our neighbourhood. Smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Sounds like my kind of scum. She leans in, serious as death. This is no joke. Kindly Cheng controls a good-sized portion of Kowloon's underworld. She has soldiers, resources, she's smart, and she is not to be underestimated. Taking favours from a woman like Kindly Cheng is a good way to get yourself into indentured servitude, which is kind of where we're heading right now. You don't want to owe favours to a woman like that. There's nothing we can do, though. Ideally, you don't want to deal with it at all. That was Nightjar's job. Nightjar's job? You mean you work with her? What did we just tell you? She's got her fingers in everything. She's fingering everything, including brokering shadow runs for the corpse. Kindly Cheng is our fixer. Gobbett tries to make her voice tight. Light. Sorry, not tight. Not tight fingering. Just light. Confident. Just stay on her good side and we'll have nothing to worry about. Let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings all hell down upon us. And there we've gone a little bit over for the episode, but there was no way that I could stop there because that was nuts. Everything just went so out of control. Wow. Okay, I'm invested in this already. I don't know if the character's going to be quite as cool and kind of the backstory is going to be as amazing as Glory in the last one, but I am already invested in this story. The guys who make this game are really, really good. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Any hints or suggestions or questions, please do leave them down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you guys next time.